What's poppin'? My name's Richie and it is update day. We have a bunch of old stuff, we have a bunch of new stuff, and we have a ton of different device changes. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so let's start with the first good news of the day, and that is the ATK is back, and it's back in the prop version. So that means you can finally have it as whatever version you want. You can put it wherever you want, and it has the same effects as it was before. So it's basically the same car as before, but now in a prop version, which is obviously something a lot of people wanted. I know a lot of you guys really like the ATK, especially for its ability to jump on it. But now it's finally back with a prop version. Up next, we have something that is super amazing for the mechanics out of you guys, and that is we have now, as you can already see, 250 channels. We got 50 more channels in this update, which is kind of sick. I wasn't expecting more channels at all in this update, but we got them, and it's pretty neat. Next on the list is also an old friend which needed some love, and that is the damage volume device. Now has its prop version. I know isn't the most exciting one, but it is a very cool one. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the imitator zone, and it's probably going to be next because there isn't too many more devices to which we can transform into a prop version. But the damage volume is definitely one that a lot of people are looking forward to. I know I was for sure. And this one has basically the same device. It is nothing special here. Just the only cool thing is that you can now stretch it and you can do whatever you want with it. It is now a fully prop version, and that is very good. So let's talk about this big one in this update. The fishing zone finally manages to get a version where you can place it wherever you want. So you can now fish wherever you want, and also fishes are swimming basically in the air. I mean, I get it. It is very cool that we can now place it wherever we want, but that is not the cool thing about this. This is actually just a tiny thing of this update. This fishing zone finally has an inventory. You can now put any gun in that you want, and you can select that as a fishing pool. So you can put in any guns here. So you just go normally into your thing, select whatever gun you want, and then put it inside of the fishing zone, and it will be in the loot pool of the fishing zone. Speaking of which, there are now a few new options in this fishing zone, which are very cool. For example, pool type, where you can select a different fishing pool, from Battle Royale to device inventory, which is the one that I just showed you, and trigger only. So there's a lot of cool new stuff. There's also a VFX effect here, and I think that is a really good update. Especially this one. I mean, you can now basically build fishing tanks with actual fish swimming in it. I think that is actually a pretty decent update, even though it seems like not the biggest one in the world. But this makes so much more opportunities for cool stuff. And I for sure know that you guys are gonna love this one. There's not only 3 new guns, there's actually 6 new guns in Fortnite Creative. First of all, the 3 alien guns, which are obviously very cool, but we expected those. And these guns over here, which I know a lot of you guys requested, and actually Epic said that in the patch notes that these are requested by the community. So if you have any guns that you want in Fortnite Creative, or they forgot to add, make sure to put them into the Fortnite Creative Discord and tell them about them. So there's obviously the hunting rifle, the scoped AR, and the rapid fire SMG. And then we have the alien guns, which are obviously pretty cool. And I was hoping for a little extra gun, which obviously the prop gun, which was leaked, but we'll see maybe in the future. But other than that, that is pretty cool. Okay, let's start with a quick rapid fire session here for some minor updates and some changes to some devices and galleries. Starting out first with the lock device, there's now a new option which is called hide interaction when locked, which obviously hides this little interaction text on the screen if you don't want to see it in game. Next one, the teleporter actually got quite some few changes. There's now a new effect radius where you can basically set up an effect radius where the thing is going to activate, which basically means that you don't have to run directly into this anymore, and you can now basically run in the circle here. There's also now the option to maintain relative position, and a new option for channels, which is activate when receiving from. Coming to the hard control device, this one basically got a option to enable and disable now. Pretty cool, pretty basic, nothing too special here. And the last one for the device is we now have a reset delay for the conditioner button, which is basically something that was like more of a bug or a bug prevention fix, so you can kind of have a option to have a reset delay in there. Coming into the few gallery changes that are new, and that is first of all in the elemental water gallery, there's now the super thin layer of waters which you can now basically have. Super cool, but there's also a new type, or actually two new types of water, which is this more brownish one and the lighter one here, which was the first one was this one from the, I think it was agency or something. And now they have basically two different versions of the clear water, which I personally think is really cool. It looks really neat. This one is obviously looks like someone pooped in it, but hey, I'm not here to judge anyone. And let's come to the most bizarre updates in this whole thing, and that is there's now a giant TV in this residential prop gallery A. Who knows why they put that giant TV in there? I mean, there's this version, this smaller one, and then there is a giant TV. I have no idea why, but I think it's cool. Maybe it has something to do with aliens, so maybe we know in the future. Oh, I almost forgot there is a new cap to the resources. You can now have 99,999 for them, including gold. And that is basically with the update. There was a ton of stuff that we just got added. Actually, a lot of really cool changes and some really quality of life updates. Obviously, there's nothing really new. All of the stuff that was already in there before. But these obviously got some quality of life changes in Fortnite Creative. And obviously, the alien guns are pretty cool. So with that being said, I'll see you guys back in the next one.